May we request the Secretary, Acting Secretary, Attorney Mortel, to acknowledge and confirm the members of the committee, just for the record.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Honorable Senate President. For the record, Mr. Chair, the members of the committee are as follows. He was the chairperson and Senator Pia Cayetano as the vice chairperson. Members will be the Senator G.V. Ejercito, Senator Lisa Ontiveros, Senator Bam Aquino, Senator Erwin Tulfo, and Senator Joel Villanueva. They are likewise joined by our ex-officio members, Senate President Pro Tempore, Senator Panfilo Lacson, Senator Majority Leader Juan Miguel Midzubiri, and Senate Minority Leader Alan Peter Cayetano. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much to our committee secretary. Being an organizational meeting, the committee adopts the rules of the Senate and the Senate rules of procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation.
Mr. Chairman, I so move that the rules be adopted.
And duly seconded, the committee adopts the rules of the Senate and the Senate rules of procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation. So adopted. May we now, Mr. President, the chairman will give the opening statement. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ngayong hapon ay pagsisimula ng mga pagdinig ng komite sa pamamagitan ng talakayan sa Senate Bill 12-1215 o ang Infrastructure Anomalies Investigation Act of 2025. At ngayon, dahil sa bilyong pisong flood control scam, marami ang sumisigaw sa kalye, nasusuklam sa mga palengke at bukid, namumuhi sa bus, jeep at grab, at sinasabing ikulong na yan, mga kurakot. Kaya kasama ang ating mga inaanyahang resource persons mula sa DOJ, NBI, CHR, ICI, private sector organizations. Pag-uusapan natin ang Senate Bill 1215 na panukala ni Senate President Soto at Senators Erwin Tulfo at Ontiveros. Nilalayo nito ang magtatag ng isang Independent People's Commission o IPC, isang permanente at non-partisan na ahensya ng pamahalaan na nakatuon lamang sa pagsisiyasat ng katiwalian at mga anomalya sa mga proyekto sa infrastruktura ng pamahalaan. Kung may sasabatas ang komisyong ito ay magiging mas malakas at mas malaya kumpara sa kasulukuyang ICI sa ilalim ng isang executive order. Ang Senate Bill 1215 ay nagbibigay sa IPC ng statutory permanence, ganap na kalayaan at garantisado ang transparency at fiscal autonomy. Ang mga kapangyarihang instruktura at pagpopondo ng komisyon ay ilalagay sa batas, kaya magiging ligtas at protektado ang pondo, polisiya at pagpapatubad mula sa maaring panghimasok ng politika. Sa klaw ng jurisdiksyon ng IPC, ang lahat ng proyektong pang-infrastructure, national o local man, sisiguraduhin ang pananagutan sa mga proyekto tulad ng edukasyon, agrikultura, flood control, disaster resilience at iba pa. Komposisyon nito ay may 5 miyembro na magkakasamang hihirangin ng Kongreso at ng Hudikatura para tiyak ang kalayaan mula sa executive. Ang bawat pagsisiyasat ay dapat makumpleto sa loob lamang ng 60 araw at ang mga natuklasan ay may sa publiko sa loob ng 30 araw. Dahil ang pagkaantala ng katotohanan ay pagkait ng hustisya. Truth delayed is justice denied. Ayon, binabago ng Senate Bill 1215 ang isang pansamantalang ahensya na pinamumunuan ng executive tungo sa isang institusyon na permanente, independyente, may pananagutan sa publiko. Dahil sa pamamahala, ang ibig sabihin ng pagiging bukas o transparent ay gumagana ang katarungan, mayroong functional justice. Hinihiling natin sa Pangulo na rin na i-certify as urgent itong panukalang batas na ito. With that, may we know if the Senate President has an opening statement?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This will be very quick. First, I wish to thank you, Senator Francis Pangilinan, the Chairman of the Committee on Justice, for the hearing that you have called, and particularly during the organizational meeting of your committee. So thank you and congratulations for that. And then I would like to address and thank our distinguished resource persons who are with us this morning. Thank you very much for your presence. So perhaps we will ask the the committee secretary to introduce them later. But because of the swift filing that I wanted to do for Senate Bill 1215, they were creating the Independent People's Commission, I failed, perhaps not failed is the word, I did not realize that there were the other necessities that should be included in the bill. So therefore, with that as an opening, may I include into your records, Mr. Chairman, these provisions that I hope you will include in the bill after you ready study and sponsor it. First is the availability of the hearings to the public of the IPC. Now, due to the public clamor for transparency, of course, and accountability, the hearings must be available to the public. So it's subject to the executive or closed-door hearings and sessions. And then second is the grant of powers to strengthen Section 4 of the EO 94/2025 so that penalty will be applicable to private individuals. All right. And then an authority or personality to file cases before the proper courts or agency. They must be given that power. And a power to recommend witness for a witness protection program. And fifth, the recommend or request the freezing of assets. They be given that power. And then recommend the immediate preventive suspension of suspects in government agencies. And perhaps lastly, to recommend they be able to recommend the whole departure order or other remedies to limit the travel abroad of these personalities who will be investigated. And again, this Independent People's Commission that we would like to push for, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, and our resource persons, is not limited to infrastructure. It is encompassing. It will include everything. Everything that would need investigation of the people in the different sectors of government. So with that, thank you, Senator Pangilinan. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much to the Senate President. May we now request the committee secretary to place on record the presence of our resource persons in this hearing this afternoon.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Mapagpalang hapon po sa ating lahat, Honorable Senate President, Mr. Chairman. For the Department of Justice, they are represented today by Chief State Counsel Dennis Arvinel Chan. Sir.
Only to stand up, just you may raise your hand or just acknowledge the chair. Thank you.
Also with the DOJ is General Katapang and ASEC Al Pereras from the Bureau of Customs. From the Commission on Human Rights, we have Chairperson Richard P. Palpalatok, and with him is Attorney Gemma Parohinog. From the Department of Public Works and Highways, they are represented today by ASEC Melody Villar. She is the incoming Assistant Secretary for Legal Service. From the DBM, we have Attorney Trisha M. Baraan from the Budget Information and Legislative Service. Likewise, Mr. Chair, we have Honorable Retired Chief Justice Renato Puno in our panel today, as well as Honorable former Senator Franklin M. Drilon. Good afternoon, sir. Former Senate President, sir. Good afternoon. From the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, ICI, we have Chairperson, retired Justice, Honorable Justice Andres B. Reyes Jr., sir. And he is likewise joined by a member of the ICI, former Secretary Rogelio L. Singson. From the People's Budget Coalition, we have the co-convener, Professor Kenneth Abante. And from the Makati Business Club, Chairman Edgar Ochua is represented by their Executive Director, Mr. Rafael G. Ongkin. We have sent, for the record, Mr. Chairman, we sent an invitation to the Management Association of the Philippines, but they send their regrets for because of a conflict of schedule. That is all, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Attorney Martel. We can now proceed. But before we ask for whether or not our resource persons will deliver their opening statements, just one quick interjection here. One of the reasons why we felt the need to conduct this hearing immediately, it was in part prompted by the news item wherein the spouses Diskaya publicly said they will no longer cooperate with the ICI. That sort of troubled this representation because given the enormity and the huge, how do you call it, controversy surrounding the biggest, largest corruption scandal in the country's history, you have persons refusing to cooperate and publicly saying so. And that's why we feel perhaps it's time to review the powers of the ICC, perhaps give it additional, well, the need to perhaps give it additional powers so that it can aggressively and vigorously pursue its investigation without such unacceptable public pronouncements from those who are or being directly involved or being accused of massive corruption practices. So with that, do we know? We would like to know if any of the resource persons have prepared an opening statement. The former Senate President, Frank Rilon, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Senate President. Good afternoon. Mr. Chairman, at the outset, allow me to express my appreciation to your committee for setting, for hearing Senate Bill 1215, even if the Senate is on break. And in that regard, let me express my appreciation for the effort of the Senate President in filing this very important measure. Now, I consider the passage of this law as as urgent. And in that regard, I join the call of our chairman to request the President to certify this measure as urgent. Why do I consider this measure as urgent? Mr. Chairman, I think it cannot be denied that our people today are angry. They are angry because of what they see to be the massive corruption in government. Mr. Chairman, I was in the Senate for 24 years and in the Executive Department for 9 years. I have never seen a corruption of this magnitude during the 34 years that I was in public service. And today, Mr. Chairman, in public gatherings, you hear people in unison chanting anti-corruption drives. Last Sunday, I was in the La Salle UP game and basketball game, and for the first time, I see the two cheering squads of these rival universities cheering one chant. Ikulong ang kurakot. Ikulong na yan. And this is a reflection of how our people feel today. And often the question is asked, how did we get here? How did we get to witness such massive corruption in our midst? I have a simple answer. To me, Mr. Chairman, it is the